we go. That's it. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. You are here live and direct and in your face with the 24th UK Pun Off. Woo! Woo! And for the mathematicians amongst you, 24 means that whether it's calendar specific or not, that's 6 whole months of non-stop punning. I've worked out it's 14.7 million jokes that we've heard over the last 6 months. It's been a fantastic ride and the viewership has gone up and up. We very much appreciate you watching. Get ready to send in your puns. Get interactive on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you're watching. Stick things in the chat and we will mention it if it's funny or indeed interesting. So we're going to hand you over to our presenter for today, the wonderful Mr. Ian McDonald.
Good evening, Rob. How are we doing?
I couldn't be better, mate. How are you?
Good. I'm very happy with your maths about the 6 month thing.
Yeah, it's 24. It doesn't really matter. It's 6 months, isn't it?
I just divided 24 by 4 in months. And
you are the king of the merchandise, modelling a wonderful UK Pun Off T-shirt there.
Pun Off T-shirt. Look at this, lovely stuff.
Oh yeah, that's quality.
And the T-shirt's not bad either.
Oh come on. I love it, mate. The details at the bottom here on the ticker. If you want to get yourself some merch, there's about 68 different products that you can buy with our logo on it, including like a kind of pinny and duvet sheets and all sorts. How you doing, Ian? What's been going on this week?
Oh, not a lot. I've been pretty kind of busy work-wise. So really nothing to report. I've been playing a little bit of Marvel Avengers game.
Oh, is that the new one on PS4?
The new one. That's it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is it decent? Because my 8-year-olds are badgering. I'm not trying to make a comment here, Ian, but my 8-year-olds really want that game.
Yeah, I'd go for it. It's great fun. Great fun for all the family.
Jolly good. Right, I'm going to leave you to it, and you can bring on the crew. And I'll see you when we read out jokes between the rounds.
Yeah, thank you very much, Rob.
Cheers,
as Rob said, he'll be back in between each round, reading out your jokes. Now, how this works is we have 4 fantastic punners on tonight and 6 topics. We're going to have 3 jokes on each topic from each of our punners. At the end of each round, you guys get to vote for who you think has won that round. At the end of the night, we've got a winner, but in a sense, we're all winners. Apart from me, I'm a big loser sometimes. But anyway, enough of that. Yeah, but during the show, when the topics are up and when we're all punning on those topics, we're wanting your puns on those topics as well. And in between the rounds, Rob, backstage, will be looking over them and reading out some of the funniest ones. And for the funniest one of the night, you get a UK Pun Off our bumper sticker. How fantastic is that? We're just merch all the way here at UK Pun Off, apart from the puns. So without further ado, shall we introduce our first punner of the night? It's Mr. Julian Lee. How are we doing, Julian?
I'm all right. I'm just having a backstage discussion about 6 months there.
a bit the maths of it all.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes, never mind. But yes, I'm fine. Thank you. I'm fine. I had a dinner early today. Normally we're rushing to get our dinner in, but we had it early today, so I've had time to just limber up and relax.
Remember, digest and get into some of these topics that we've got tonight, which are pretty fun topics, I must say. Glad I'm not doing some of them, to be honest, but yeah,
they're all topics. Amazing topics.
Amazing. And talking of amazing, the man with the amazing hair. Now, we always say this, and we shouldn't really just mention it every time that Love Dev Barpega is on, because he's so much more than hair. He's just an
one day I'm going to shave my head and surprise all of you.
Yeah, just turn up and we're like, where's Love Dev?
Okay, guys.
So how are you doing?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Got the mother-in-law around, so that's hence was a little bit late. You know.
All right. But, so you've had to delete some of the mother-in-law jokes or something like that? Or...
She can't hear me, so it's all good.
Good. But luckily for us, we can all hear you, and so can all of our viewers at home or wherever you may be streaming this wonderful weekly podcast, 7 p.m. GMT every Sunday. And we'd like to introduce you to someone who isn't at quite the same time zone as us, but certainly on the same pun level. it is Mr. Zachary Bryant.
Hey guys.
How are we doing, man?
Good. Thank you. Long time viewer, first time participant. So thank you.
Yeah, dude, you've been sort of sending in jokes pretty much weekly, and I mean they've been of such quality. We've thought, why not get the guy on the show?
Well, I appreciate it. I know some of them don't always match, the different terminology between British English and English or U.S. English. So thank you for putting up with me.
Oh no, absolutely. We're so glad to have you on the show, Zachary. And our final guest this week, it is the return of the founder of the show, Mr. Colin Lego. How are we doing, Colin?
How you doing, guys?
Good.
Good.
All
How are
good,
you, mate?
all good.
You're all looking wonderful, Ian. That is a tremendous T-shirt. I think out of the merch, I'm going to get myself a shower curtain. That's what I've seen. Yeah.
Nothing like a good scrub in the morning to remind you of.
Thinking of you guys. Scrubbing down, thinking of you guys.
And with that lovely thought in all of our heads, shall we go on to our first topic of the night?
Do it.
Yeah.
Drum roll, please. Oh, is this more shameless merchandising? Well, let's pick it out of here. And our first topic of tonight is Brazil. Straight into Brazil. So I think we shall go with the order that we were introduced in. So that will, and then kind of go clockwise.
Yeah,
so that'll be Julian, Love Dev, Zach, then Colin. We're going round 3 times. Then we'll declare a winner of that round. Obviously, at the end of the round, you guys get your votes in. But during the round, as well as enjoying the puns, send in your Brazilian puns. So, Julian, your first pun of the night, please.
My niece got in trouble with a policeman on a beach in Rio de Janeiro. She thought he couldn't block her access, but apparently the copper can ban her.
Oh, we're starting strong. Right, Love Dev, what have you got, man?
So I went to Brazil with no clothing at all, apart from the ones I was wearing. I thought, let me get something. So I went to the market and I said to the guy, do you Sao Paulo?
Oh.
Do you Sao Paulo?
Wow.
Wow.
That was good.
Right,
All right.
Zach, you're up next, man.
So I'm sure you guys know, but there's a famous Brazilian football player who also loved to sing, but he hated using musical instruments. He preferred to sing a cappella.
Really?
Really liking it. All right, Colin, what have you got to end this round?
Yeah, well, when I was in Brazil, I tried to order some fortified wine from a flock of large waterfowl birds. They didn't understand me, so I said, I want some Portuguese.
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 Portuguese. I think we lost. I don't know if we lost you a little bit in the stream there, but we got it, man. Portuguese.
You
Don't know
got-
if anyone else got that.
Welcome
But
back,
we-
Colin. Welcome back, Colin.
Welcome back, Colin. Right, before we get into the second round, Hugh Janus, good evening to yourself as well. Thank you for joining us again. Steve Thompson, former winner, Knights, Ian Merch Donald, Damien Harmony, thank you for commenting as well. Not too sure what that means. Rory Jones, good evening to yourself as well. Thanks for tuning in. And with all those hellos and many more people watching, we shall begin round 2 on Brazil.
All right, yes, that
Julian.
would be me. That would be me.
That'll be the
Right, what we're going to do next?
Oh,
Right, my
Brazilian
son,
joke.
my son is 15, my son is 15 and he's invented a laxative for Formula One drivers. He's calling it Year 10 Senna.
I tell you what, Julian, I've got very similar puns to you. I'm just crossing off as we go along.
Cross them off.
Well, actually, Colin, Ian wanted to have Paraguay as a topic, and I'm like, no one's going to have jokes on Paraguy. Pick Brazil. And then I looked at Brazil, and I didn't have any jokes on Brazil. I was like,
Yeah.
Right. Love Dev, what have we got?
Right. Okay. So the entrance of my house is made from Brazilian wood, but I can't seem to fit through it. Guess I'll have to sell the door. Salvador.
Yeah. Liking it.
All right.
Okay. Zach, you're up next.
I had a coworker, and he continually had this like recurring nightmare, and he would always tell us about the same nightmare that he had over and over, and it just got to be so annoying. So at one point, every time we would see him walking towards us, we'd be like, Christ, the Redreamer is coming.
Oh, liking that. Colin, what have we got?
Right. Well, hopefully my internet won't let me down this time. Let's give it a go. So Sir Ian McKellen came up to me and he said, I've just had all my body hair trimmed in a South American country. Brazil, Ian? No, just my armpits.
Oh, the return of Mr. Lego. Right, for the final round on Brazil, with Julian just checking his notes to get his Brazilian one crossed off his list.
I'm debating if I can still do a similar joke to that, or what shall I do? I'm going to go for political, powerful stuff.
Yay. Go on,
Yeah,
Larry.
are you ready for this?
Yeah.
The president is so right wing. He sits on the sub bench.
No,
I think
we,
you're on one, didn't I?
we lost you a bit there because of your internet.
Yeah, we lost you there, man, but
Do it again.
I don't know if Rob heard you.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Come on, Julian.
again.
We're all
Oh,
friends here. Just a couple
the
of
internet
weeks
went. Also, this is definitely the joke I told. I'm sick. I'm sick of Brazilian footballers feigning injury. I can't take Neymar.
Well done. That was good.
Right. Love Dev. Your last one, Brazil.
Right, okay. So the ratio of clothing on South American women on topless beaches is panties 5, Brazil.
Nice.
For the ladies out there.
Nice little visual representation as well. Just loved it.
One for the
Okay, Zach.
merchandise.
Okay, I buy all my UK pun off merch from the sources that you guys say, but I buy all my water recreation supplies from Brazil. They come straight from Amazon.
Okay, the last one on Brazil for this evening, Mr. Colin Lego.
It's a risky one because you need to know a particular famous Brazilian person. Okay. Here we go. Mia Miranda Hart took her Mini Cooper to Quick Fit. When we got to Quick Fit, Miranda looked around at all the engineers and was like, "Who are those guys?" I said, "They're the Carmen Miranda."
Carmen.
Do we know who Carmen Miranda is?
Sorry, dude.
Miranda. There we go.
Julia knows.
Welcome back to Lair Jokes. Loving the Lair. Lair's Lego. We've been missing Lair's Lego. Well, now that is the end of the round. If you would if you would like to vote now or educate any of us who Carmen Miranda is, then get voting on the way that you're watching the stream, whether it's Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Joke Pit, the way you're watching the screen, message us for who you think has won that round. And also remember that you can donate to us to help keep this stream going, help paying the guests a couple of quid as well. Oh, we've dropped one off, so that's one less payment we have to make. No, but Zach will be back. Zach will be back. Yeah, he'll be back soon, I'm sure. A little internet thing. But yeah, if you could donate to us at the paypal.me/UK punoff, or through our Joke Pit page at UK Pun Off. And I'll hand you over to Rob Thomas, who hopefully knows who Carmen Miranda is.
This is Carmen Miranda right here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That was that was good, Julian. That was good. What would have been even better was if that fruit had fallen down into Colin's living room there. That would have been amazing. I'd have really gone for that. So thanks, everybody. Get your votes in by remember to mention their name as you get the votes in. I'm going to read a few jokes that you've sent in now. So let's have a look. Thank you, Nathan, for this one. I can tell you anything you want to know about Rio de Janeiro. Some say I'm a Brazil nut. Hey, Ian Bowden. I stayed in a hotel in Brazil and everyone kept spitting at the entrance. That's the last time I go to El Salvador. Craig Stainrod, when my wife said she was going to get a Brazilian, I didn't expect to come home from work and find Neymar sat on the settee. I like this one from Ben Emmett. The latest craze to hit the beaches of Brazil is eating cereal while sunbathing. They even named one of their beaches after it, the Coco Pop Bana. Steve Thompson, always quality with Steve. I wrote a cookbook based on, that was a close one. I wrote a cookbook based on food sourced locally in the 4th biggest region of Brazil. Turned out to be a Recife for disaster. And we don't have to Wikipedia that one because he's told us it's the 4th biggest region of Brazil. Craig is wondering if it's okay for diabetics to go up Sugarloaf Mountain. And I can tell you that the answer is, yeah, they can. It's just a mountain, Craig. Anyway, Mark says that his cousin has won the national lottery in Rio. He's now a Brazilianaire. Another one from Ben. I kept hearing my own voice when I was in the Brazilian rainforest. I thought it was a parrot, but apparently it was the Amazon Echo. Come on.
Oh, these are great.
And previous guest Frizz Frizzle says, when in Brazil, I watched Taxi Driver twice. It was Rio de Janeiro. Dave Rose is just saying hello.
Hello,
as
Dave.
is my
Hello,
mother. Hi, Mum.
Hello, Bob.
Hi, Rob.
Jam first. Welcome back, Mr. Lego. Some good stuff here. And from Damien Harmony with Zach on there alongside Ian, you've got a Paraguay. A Paraguay?
It's Spanish for way is kind of like guys, so a pair of guys.
Paraguay, yeah. I get it.
Great. So we're learning as we go. I've now got to find that one again in order to flipping get rid of it. There we go. So keep your voting coming in. Who tells us who's won the vote? Is it me or you, Ian? I've forgotten.
Well, none of us that have won the vote, but there has been a clear winner of this round. And
I'll leave you to do that then. See you later.
See you later, man. That is returning because we've got a returning guest and someone that was returning as well. So could it have been either one of them? It was Mr. Lego. He won it. Well done, Mr. Lego.
Carmen Miranda.
Returning, but Carmen Miranda. Oh, what
Come
was
on.
the other one from back in the day? I'll remember it. I can't remember. Anyway, there were a few from back in the day. But we shall move on to our second round, which is darts. Darts, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, send in your jokes, dear viewers, on darts. And remember our PayPal and our Joke Pit links to give a couple of quid to help supporting the stream. But I think we will start this round with last round's winner, Mr. Colin Lego, and then continue clockwise. So Colin, Zach, Julian, Love Dev, ×3. So when you're ready, Mr. Lego, kick us off in darts.
All right, Carmen Miranda was playing. No. Okay, here we go. So when Gok Wan was an international drug smuggler, he was devastated to find out that the security at Heathrow Airport were big fans of the show Bullseye. Where are the drugs? In Juan.
Okay, your darts joke, Zach.
All right. Somebody was explaining to me how when you throw the dart, how the dart actually goes into the dartboard. I didn't see the point.
No Karma Mirandering about that one. Straight in there. Okay, Julian, what have we got, man?
Right. Well, the lead singer of Depeche Mode was playing round the board with the French darts champion, but the lead singer of Depeche Mode just couldn't hit the 9. That's right. you just can't get enough. You just can't get enough. Just can't get enough. Just can't get enough.
Oh, liking that. Okay, Love Dev, your darts pun, please.
Yeah. So I'm so good at playing darts. My technique is all in my wrist. It's so good. I once got my shaft exploded.
Colin, I hope your mum's not watching, mind.
What of a dart? You didn't know that?
What time's the internet watershed?
Mm.
Colin, follow that, man.
All right. Well, a darts player asked me, what would you get if you added 50 plus 50 plus a nice cup of Earl Grey? I said 180. Julian's perplexed by that.
I'm loving that. Zach, your turn.
I got kicked off of Facebook for trash talking a famous dart player. What a bunch of bull, eh?
Yeah, nice.
Okay, Julian.
Well, I asked Phil the Power Taylor, I says, why do you never put your darts in your jeans pocket? And he said, it's a flight risk.
Okay, Love Dev, can't wait to hear this one, dude.
Yeah. Dart players have a small circle of friends.
Mm.
Shit, I know.
Oh, who was it that chose darts again? Anyway,
As
Colin.
a joke, as a joke.
Colin, your turn, man.
Yeah, sorry. So the day that I turned into a set of darts, I'll admit I was quite thrown.
Whee. I like that.
That was good.
Yeah, okay, Zach.
Well, I have to admit, I'm not very good at playing darts, but I have been practicing around the clock.
Ah, that's a good
Very
joke.
nice.
I like it. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, Julian.
Well, for a short time, all the craze in a town in Kent was for Eric Bristow and John Lowe to play sort of double top, treble top, bullseye. It was a dart fad.
Yeah.
Nice accented joke there. Okay, Love Dev.
Yeah.
You to finish off this
Yeah, we'll do.
round
So
of
this
darts,
one's
is that right?
actually very close to Zachary's, funny enough. But I'll still do it because I couldn't think of any dart puns. So here we go. My father-in-law, which is true, was a big darts player. He always had a point to throw at me. Yeah. The old point
nice.
joke, eh?
No point joke. Right, so I think that is the last joke on darts. Is that right? Yeah? Or have
Yeah.
we got another round to
Oh,
go?
that's it. That's
No,
Well,
no,
that's us. Yeah.
No.
You know what? Just for the hell of it, let's go round another time.
Don't make them sit through another round.
Don't do another round of darts.
All right, okay. So, guys, get your votes in. You've been getting your jokes in, but now it's time to get your votes in. The way that you've been streaming or you've been watching the stream, post a comment. Who do you think has won that round? And we'll hand you over to lovely Rob, who's been backstage looking at your votes.
Yeah, having a good time backstage. I've got to say, we're breaking our viewership records. We've got over 250 watching live at the moment, which is fantastic. We've been getting a good 400 or 500 watching the stream afterwards. We have it on podcast. You can watch the audio or watch the video back on YouTube and Facebook as well. So great to have hundreds and hundreds of people watching. That's an absolute thrill. Thanks for watching. Get involved. We had some really good jokes sent in for this one. There was one that came in from Nathan that was almost identical to one that someone else said, selling hot drinks at the local darts match. The final tally was 50 coffees and 108 tea. And that's almost identical to the one I was going to say about the maximum score in darts. Reminds me of a stupid Scottish person having their evening meal. That was a Dunderhead 8 tea. So great minds
Wow.
definitely thinking alike there. A good one from Steve Thompson. Enjoyed my darts game tonight. Opponent suggested we play around the world, so I've booked us on a cruise tomorrow. Ben Emmett, I once met someone whose job was to measure the distance between the player and the dartboard. It was an unusual occupation.
Yeah.
Colm Bull Bugler, good to have you, Colm. When I played the Feathers for the Feathers, I'd get a 180 every week, and then I joined the Red Lion and had to get a different bus. Oh my gosh. And I think the puns on the word 180, I don't think we can get enough of those. So thank you for this, Mark Wilson. There was a death in the nunnery while playing darts. 1 nun dead and 80. So that's all from me. Keep the votes coming. Don't forget, there's a free car bumper sticker for the best viewer submitted pun of the night, and I'm making notes. So yeah, keep them coming in. Back to you, Ian.
Right. Well, until we have a definitive winner, I think we'll have a little commercial played by our lovely Rob.
He gave us a signal.
Batman loves his pun.
I love it.
But yeah, the winner for that round is again Mr. Colin Lego.
Wee.
Very well done there. Very well done. And I think we shall move swiftly on to our next, well, not guests, theme park.
Ooh.
Theme park.
Theme parks.
So I think we will start with Zach this time and go anti-clockwise. So Zach, Colin, Lovedev, Julian, times 3. Take it away, Zach.
I love aquatic theme parks. They allow me to see worlds that I've never seen before.
Okay, Colin, what have we got here, man?
So when I was working at this theme park, I started dating a girl that worked on the stall where you throw balls at coconuts. Shy? No, we had sex behind the coconuts. Sorry, Julian.
Okay, love Dave. What have we got, man?
Right, I'm so afraid of the bumper cars, I dodge them.
Okay, Julian, to end us on round 1 on theme parks.
I feed the pterodactyls. I sometimes feel the pteranodons too. Jurassic Park life. I repeat that. Jurassic Park life.
Quality punnage indeed. You loved it. Zach, what have we got for the start of round 2 on theme parks?
I am afraid of heights, so I won't go on any rides that go really high. But my friend Ferris will.
Hey.
Nice.
That's a nice joke.
Liking that. Colin, what have we got?
Oh, here's a tricky one. You might need to know a few things for this to work. Here we go. So, yeah, I was at a theme park and I saw a female character from the Fantastic Four on one of the more gentler rides for younger kids. Wasn't a problem. Just a storm in a teacup.
Whee.
Okay, loved it.
Right, okay. So, as a pensioner, my favourite ride is the Gyro Tower. Do you know the Gyro? Yeah, okay, we know it.
I've heard of it, yeah. Man. Julian.
Man walks into the Hall of Mirrors. I said, why the long face?
Okay, Zach, what have you got for your final joke on theme parks?
When Walt Disney passed away, they couldn't agree on where to bury him. So what they did is they put him in a roller coaster, but didn't strap him in. They said that when he flies out, they will bury him where Disney lands. They will bury him where Disney lands.
Yeah. Where will they bury him?
Where Disney lands.
At Disneyland. Right. Okay.
Got you.
Just
Yes.
checking.
Okay, Colin, your turn, man.
Well, I was at this theme park the other day, and I tell you what, I lost my temper when I got on this. I got all wet whilst going down this log on a log slide. Angry, I was fluming. Does that make any sense? Did you get any of that?
Yeah, we got it.
We got it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
All right, good. Big yeah. Give that a tick.
Loved it.
Yeah, I'm not going alone on rides, so I asked my wife, "Can we go on Tagada?" Tagada.
No.
Tagada is a ride in a theme park.
Wikipedia.
Where?
Wikipedia.
Out of Mongolia.
It's the one that spins around where you stand on. You stand like that, it spins around.
All right, cool.
It's called a Tagada.
Mm.
Always
We'll
better
believe
when
you.
you explain it, dude.
Disney should have done that one. See where he lands then.
Yeah.
Okay, Julian finishes off on theme park.
Right. The night before I went to Britain's most popular theme park, I needed a good night's rest, so I had 8 hours sleep.
Oh, loving that. Right, so it's time to get your votes in for who you thought was the best punner in our theme park round. Remember, message the stream that you're watching with who you thought won that round, and we'll bring in Rob for some of your jokes.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, a load of good stuff coming in. My joke on theme parks is that it's not really a pun, but it's a joke about them, is that when you go there, they try and scare you with all these names like Vampire or like Nemesis or The Dragon's Fury. And I'm thinking, I'm 40 odd years old. That's not going to scare me. If you really want to scare me, you should call the roller coaster We Don't Maintain the Tracks. That'd do the job. Yeah, got some really good jokes in. Frizz Frizzle, I made a theme park ride completely out of iron. It was a Ferris wheel. Love a bit of science in there. Nathan is a Big Dipper fan, especially garlic mayo. Thanks, Mark, for this one. There's a new ride at the Pleasure Beach made out of chocolate. It's a roller coaster. And Jessica Roberts went on a roller coaster that was covered in smiley faces. It was a roller coaster of emoticons. Steve says, just cheered myself up by going to the Disney's Frozen theme park. Well, you've got to have a laugh, haven't you? And finally, from Jessica, I ended up on crutches a month ago. People kept asking me what happened. I said, Disney landed wrong whilst I was hiking. Wow, we got there for that one. That's it from me. Back to you, Ian. Thanks for sending stuff in, people. Back to you, Ian.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Rob, and thanks for you guys for continuing to send in your jokes, continuing to support the show. Remember, our PayPal links and our Joke Pit links are up there. We've got quite a few jokes in for that round. Quite a tight one, I've got to say at this point. But Mr. Julian Lee has just taken that round.
Ooh.
So that is us halfway through the show. Time for another topic. I think it might be. I'll get my cup out for
Product placement.
If only I could if only I could fish one out. The next topic.
Automobiles.
Automobiles. So continuing with the sort of vague theme of the winner of the last round going first, Julian, if you could go first in this round, and we'll continue anti-clockwise. So Julian, Zach, Colin, Love Dev, and if you can take it away, Julian, on your first joke on automobiles.
My hybrid car is ancient. It's absolutely prehistoric.
That's the second quality punish you've had up tonight, Julian. You're on fire. You're all on fire tonight. I'm absolutely loving this show. Zach, you're up next, man.
Okay, our in the United States, our 16th president was Abraham Lincoln. And I don't know if you guys know, but he grew up poor, so he had to walk everywhere. So it was a big deal when he became elected president because he got his own carriage and his own driver. It was the original Lincoln Navigator.
Nice. Colin, what have you got?
Incompetent motor vehicle breakdown companies. Don't get me started.
Okay, Love Dev, what have you got there?
Right, so I've actually got a mixed race car. Yeah, it's half French and half Iranian. It's a Peugeot. Peugeot.
Oh, brilliant. Loving this round already. Julian, can you keep it up?
Yeah.
And also can you maintain the standard of jokes?
Eddie,
Very personal. Very personal.
don't let the glasses fool you. I'm still quite young.
Yeah.
I always thought my girlfriend's dad didn't like us, but I think he's coming round to my way of thinking because I think he wants us to clean his expensive German car. I've just heard him mention my name and then Porsche Muck.
Very good. Zach, you're next up, please.
Okay, so a newlywed couple both got cars as wedding gifts. Somebody asked me whose car I liked better. I told them that I like Mercedes. Benz is better, though.
Okay, Colin, what have we got, man?
Well, I don't know if you heard, but there was a robbery at one of the banks in Germany. When all the staff turned up, they were shocked to see that all the vaults were gone. It's the way I tell them.
Quality punish.
Very good.
Love Dev.
So I took my automobile to a mechanic who was known to have seizures, and at the time he had a quick fit.
I'm loving your stuff tonight, Love Dev, man. Loving it, man. Right, Julian, what have we got to end this second round on, to start the third round on automobiles?
The most gossipy two-faced car at the cricket was Bitchy Renault.
Oh, I hate cricket, but I love that joke. Zach, you're up next.
Okay, I think I was excited about being on the show because I had this really weird dream last night. I was at a petrol station. There was a strange guy, 2 lorries, and then our host, Ian. In other words, I had a dream about a man, dual lorry Ian. Mandalorian.
Oh, wow.
Sure, there were layers.
Yes.
Layer alert.
Okay.
Layer alert. Yeah, loving that.
Um,
loving that.
For the Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
Oh, Colin, what have we got?
Well, there is that fully mechanical farm in Germany where in one building all the work is done by machine. It's the Autobahn.
And a little accent to the punchline always helps, I feel.
Yeah. No complaints.
Yeah. Love Dev. What have we got? to
Tell
end
you
this
what,
round?
lads, never buy a Swedish truck. They only try and scan you.
That is the end of our round on automobiles. Before we go to Rob, I'm just going to do a joke that I did a few weeks ago. When I'm in my car, I use this huge golf club to get the creases out of my clothes. It's my driving iron.
Love
I think I could have used that joke about 3 different subjects that night. But anyway, I thought I'd bring it back. But anyway, if you could vote now for who you thought had won the round on automobiles, we'll hand you back to Rob with some of your great jokes that have been coming in.
On the subject of automobiles, I want to tell you about my favourite Stormzy song. It's Blinded by Your Light, about the time that the... So it's Blinded by Your Grace, isn't it?
Blinded by Your Grace.
Blinded by Your Grace, about the time the Archbishop of Canterbury failed to dip his headlights. Anyway, moving on. Let's have some of your reader jokes from Craig. My car came from a Chinese zoo with a free Trilby, bowler and Stetson. It's a 3-act Panda. Nice. I like this one from Ben Emmett. Peugeot have relocated their production line to the centre of Paris. Their new model will be the hatchback of Notre Dame. Ian Bowden has a car he uses especially to transport his lemon-flavoured stuffing. It's his Citroen Paxo. Nathan went to the showroom to get a new car for his dad. The salesman asked, "What car do your parents currently drive?" I replied, "An old Volkswagen." Colm Bugler, I like to chase large rabbits through shallow streams in my car. Yes, I use my Ford Corsair. I guess a shallow stream. I'm probably missing a shallow stream there. And Jessica reminding us that we really are fueling the fires of punning. Craig says, my dog only likes it when I drive on the grass. He's a Land Rover. And I just have to say, Julian, Bitchy Renault was amazing. Amazing. Spoonerisms taken to the very highest level. So if you want to buy our merchandise, don't forget you can. And here's a little reminder of why you might want to do that and how you might do that. Check this out.
Do you love the UK Pun Off? Then why not visit redbubble.com and search for UK Pun Off to see a fantastic array of merchandise, from t-shirts, dresses, stickers, duvet covers, mugs, even face masks. So remember, redbubble.com and search UK Pun Off.
And if anyone's got a pack of Strepsils they can send to Ian, that would be amazing. Back to you, Ian, for the rest of the show. See you later.
Cheers, Rob. Another really close one there, but that one has just gone to Love Dev Burpee.
Hey. Cheers, guys.
Just. I'm doing that once again. Right, let's get on to our judged. I have been judged. But let's get on to our penultimate topic for this evening. Wine. Ladles and belly spoons. We've got wine. So I think we will start with the winner of that last round. That'd be Love Dev. And then we'll go clockwise. So Love Dev, Colin, Zach, and Julian. So take it away, Love Dev.
So the other day I bought a bottle of I messed that up. Bought a bottle the other day that had a clock on it. I thought, is this a wine up?
Colin.
Well, before lockdown, I went to the West End to see Wine the Musical, and they sat all the people that didn't drink red and white wine right at the front in rows A and B.
Nice.
Oh, good. Zach, your joke on wine.
Well, we all know the differences between mermaids and merman, but a lot of people don't know that they actually have a class system as well. Those who swim close to the surface are mer highs, and those who swim in the deep are mer lows.
Oh, good stuff. Julian.
Yeah, just checking. You can't all see us because my laptop has been odd, and I can now only see the left-hand side of Love Dev's face, nobody else's. So
Do you need to call?
there you go. Right. But we're doing wine. Okay. At the start of lockdown, I was temporarily laid off by the wine company. That's right. I was Merlot.
Ooh.
I liked it, Julian. I liked it.
Right. I'm blaming this box
Love-
on the screen.
All you've got to go off is Love Dev's left hand of his reaction. So come on, Love Dev, do a brother a duty.
And you can't tell if he's doing his fake laugh or not.
Right, okay.
What we
I hope I
got?
pronounce this properly, the punchline, otherwise it's Google Translate's fault. So wine doesn't cost me lots.
Merlot. It's Merlot.
Merlot. See? Google Translate was wrong.
Google Translate. Gosh darn it.
Or does it cost me loads?
She's Colin, what we got?
Lovely that we're workshopping it as well. I like that. It's nice. Okay. At Christmas time, I like to go out and pour champagne all over male deer. Yep, I love to make the Bucks fizz.
Wee.
That was Bucks fizz.
What was that again?
That was Disneyland's.
Okay, Zach, you go.
My wife and I were going to a really fancy party. My wife asked me what kind of wine I thought that they would have there. I told her, KC Ra, Syrah.
Okay, Julian,
I
you're up next, man.
I couldn't remember what other people were in. Right. Okay. My mother's sister is a belligerent drunk on wine. She's Chianti social.
Right, and for the last time in this round, Love Dev.
So, what did Luke Skywalker say to his dad as he was pouring his wine? More Vader, more Vader. More Vader.
Oh, I love this show, man. I love it. Colin, what have we got for your last joke on wine?
Well, if you're in a cave and you start shouting about sparkling wine, you'll get a Prosecco echo, echo, echo.
Very good.
That was good.
Oh, loving it. Zach, you're up next, man.
So I bought my wife an $80 bottle of wine for Valentine's Day. She said she would have been happy with just flowers. I should have just saved my money and gotten her a cheap rose, eh?
That's good.
Liking that. Okay, Julian, finishing us off on wine.
Right. Well, surprisingly enough, this is the second joke that references Star Wars about wine. I bet no one guessed that at the start of this round.
More Vader.
So, what do you use? What do you use to make wine in Star Wars? The grapes of Hoth.
That is us on the topic of, was it wine? Was it Star Wars? Really not too sure. Really not too sure. But yeah, get your votes in now for who you think has won the round of wine. So while we have a look at your jokes, we'll get back to Rob. Sorry, I was dithering.
It's all right. It was good dithering. It was quality dithering. Some great stuff coming in again. Steve Thompson, if you're a business that sells large wine containers, should you include VAT? One here from Ben Emmett using a terminology that Love Dev taught me a couple of weeks ago. I bought some alcohol from the airport on my way back from Jamaica. They had a great deal on duty-free wine. Hey there, Love Dev.
That's mine.
Yeah, there it is. One from Ian Bowden. There's a bottle of wine specifically made for Westminster. It's a Cabinet Sauvignon.
Oh,
Colm, my mum's sister can open a locked door with a bottle of wine. She's known as Archianti. And here's one from 1974. The wife fell into a crate of grapes. She didn't cry. She just gave a little wine. Nice one. Memories. Don't forget, you get a car bumper sticker for the best viewer submitted pun of the night. Here's one from Dave Rose. In the 80s, the chemical element for a champagne of Magnum was PI. Good noise, that. Here's another Star Warsy one. You could sell the grapes of wrath at the Boba Fett. Nice. Maybe only I think that was nice. That's all from the viewers. Keep them rolling in. We're going to take a 10-second breather. So the world's quickest wee. Off you go now. See what I mean? That was it. So I'm going to hand back to you now. Ian, tell us how it's gone.
Well, thank you very much, Rob. Some great jokes there. Thanks a lot. Keep them coming in for the next round. And also, if you keep your donations coming in, be much appreciated. Keep the stream going. Donate these brilliant guests a couple of quid. We get hee-haw from it, i.e. nothing. But we like to give the guests, superb guests that we have, a couple of quid for their efforts. Now, the winner of that round was Julian. It was very close, but when the voting cut off, it was Julian. Is there going to be a steward's inquiry? We're coming to the end of the show. We ain't got the time. Okay.
No one cares.
Right. Last
topic.
Shakespeare for the last topic. So I think we shall start with Julian on that one and go anti-clockwise. So we'll go Julian, Zach, Colin, then Lovedev. So take it away with your Shakespeare puns, please, Julian.
Right, okay then. Every time Romeo gets to BJ, do you think he says bravo, Juliet?
Wow.
Okay, Zach. On we go, man.
Okay.
Follow that.
I went to a Shakespeare festival last weekend with a few buddies. There were some fine maidens there, but there was a lady who was quite hideous, so I took one for the team. Oh, hello me for that one.
Nice.
Okay, Colin, your first pun on Shakespeare.
Well, for this topic, I wanted to write a joke about the time that Shakespeare dressed up as a large black bird. Well, I didn't want any of the puns to be crowbarred.
Like it. Love Dev. What have we got, man?
Shakespeare was such a terrible door salesman. He got barred of Avon. Or barred from Avon.
Okay, Julian, you're up next.
Yeah, so you'll have to remind us because I still can't see anybody. But obviously, Love Dev still has the lovely hello, Love Dev. I see that. I saw that wave there. As we all know, Shakespeare wrote about Julius Caesar. Now, what you might not know is Julius Caesar, what he said to the nurse when he went to the sexual health clinic, and he described his penis. He said, veiny, VD, itchy.
Wow. Yeah. Wow, indeed. Okay, Zach, follow that, man.
Those are hard to follow. So this kind of has a two parts. I like to name my electronics. I name my iPhone Romeo, so when I can lose it, I can say, Romeo, where art thou? But obviously it doesn't answer back, so I use the Find My iPhone on my Mac, Beth.
Nice.
Nice reference there.
Two-parter. Loving it, Zach. Loving it. Colin, you're up next, man.
I'm going to do a risky one that you might need GCSE English to understand. Here we go. Apparently, there's a way to read Shakespeare that helps you rate people dressed as Widow Twanky and Buttons. It's iambic pentameter. Come on. That's clever.
Oh, dude. Missed you, man. Love Dave. You're up
Yeah.
next.
Not only Shakespeare's wife was stingy, but she was known to be a big fan of headgear. Yeah, she'd never give her Hathaway. Take my Hathaway. Do.
Right. Julian, your last joke of the pun off tonight and of the Shakespeare round.
Right then, well, seeing as the last two jokes were a bit risky, I'm going to finish the round with possibly one of the most intellectual jokes I've ever written, but also the most popular joke I've ever put on Twitter. So here we go.
Let's go.
What's the difference between COVID-19 and Romeo and Juliet? One's a coronavirus, the other's a Verona crisis.
Hey.
There you go.
Unbelievable. Loving it.
Oh, can I just
Right, Zach.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That joke was quoted by Giles Brandreth on his podcast a couple of weeks ago. And so I added him on Twitter, and to be fair to him, he gave us credit for it. So good lad.
Good. Always like when that happens. Zach, you're up next.
Okay, I saw an epic battle of the sexes. The women came out with the win because they had so much extra support. They hid their fort in bras.
Colin, what have we got, man?
Well, of course, as we all know, Shakespeare was famous about renting out pigs. It was his Hamlet.
And to finish us off for tonight, Love Dev. What have we
Right. I think this is the best one I've wrote for all of the topics, and I can't wait to do it. When Shakespeare's dad first set his eyes on his beloved Mary, he got an Arden. You got an Arden?
Yeah,
got? Sorry, we got it.
got it.
Thanks for that, love. Dave.
Yeah.
I was waiting all through the show just to do that.
And well, we must have known that it had to be the last joke of the night.
Yeah.
It was
So with that,
it was a stiff joke though.
Wait.
it was all night coming. And with that, if you could vote for who you thought has won that round, I don't think it was Rob. If you could tell who you think had won that round, be it Julian, Zach, Colin, or Love Dev, get your votes in now, and we will read out, or Rob will read out, your best jokes on Shakespeare.
So my favourite Shakespeare play is the one about the Tories at the last general election. Love Labour's lost. Got some nice ones sent in as well from the gang, as usual. There's about 74 that's used the idea of the word bard being that someone is barred from a pub. So I'm skipping all those. Craig Stainrod, Shakespeare used a local solution to clean out some Italian canals. It was the detergent of Venice. Ben Emmett, I saw a huge pair of lips and flailing arms coming towards me. Is that a Jagger I see before me? That's great. I was worried until the punchline, but we're all good. Mark Wilson, for Shakespeare, Shakespeare had a hive. Forget the four. Shakespeare had a hive, but didn't know how many were in it, though. 2 bees or not 2 bees? That was the question. Yeah. Damien says, my aunt has Parkinson's disease. Hold tight, people, and an orchard. Since its onset, she's actually got better at picking the fruit. You should see when she shakes pear. Wow. And finally, we'll go with Rory Jones, who says a little known fact about William Shakespeare. After writing plays, he started writing poetry. Then his career went from bard to verse. Nice. Nice. And just to finish off as we hit the hour, thanks for watching, everyone. The winner of the car bumper sticker for this particular 24th UK Pun-Off is the wonderful Mr. Ben Emmett. Give it up for Ben Emmett. He had a joke under the topic of Brazil. And his joke was about the cereal that they eat on Brazilian beaches, the Coco Pop banner. And I like that, and I'm picking it. So I'm giving the bumper sticker to Ben. Well played, Ben. And over to you for the big finish, Ian.
Yeah, big finish. That's just following on from Love Dev's last joke as well. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you, Julian, Zach, Colin, and Love Dev for participating. But the final scores are in, and we have a winner of 3-2 to 1-0 in favour of Julian Lee.
Hey.
Very well done. You could. I don't know if it's a sympathy vote because no one could actually hear him or see him, or he could see us or whatever. But Julian has won that round and won the show off of that. So very well done, Julian. Have you got anything coming up in the coming weeks, Julian, that you want to plug at the moment?
No, just constantly pestering people about my YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/C/Julian Lee Comedy. 2 videos a week go on there at least, and there's a jokes video every Friday. Thank you.
Okay, check that one out. Love Dave, what have you got coming up?
Right, I'm actually gigging on the 17th September in Derbyshire. So if you're around, that's going to be at the Belper. Come down.
Cool, nice one. I can't even go and visit my mum at the moment, but yes, have a good. Zach, have you got anything coming up? Anything you want to plug?
I do. September 29th, I will be on the Capital Punishment. So that's on Twitch, and you can find it on Facebook, Capital Punishment.
Cool. And Colin, have you got anything coming up that you want to plug? Anything you want to shout out?
Yeah, if people are fans of online comedy, every Tuesday night, myself and Adele Cliff do a show called Adele Cliff and Colin Lego's Properly Impressive Show. And it's a mixture of stand-up, weird tasks to impress each other, and a bit of punning. And you can find it all there, where my name is, at Colin Lego on Twitter and Facebook.
Cool, nice one. For myself, I'll be on the aforementioned Capital Punishment show this, it'll be Wednesday for most of us, but it's, I think it's, 11 a.m. PST, something like that. Basically 4:30 in the morning for me. So check out Capital Punishment on Facebook if you want to see me being very bleary-eyed. Rob, have you got anything you want to say before we go?
No, I'm all good. I'm starting to get live gigs in. Check out my website, www.robbyt.co.uk, or check the Twitter handle there. Thanks, Ian.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you, everyone, for participating tonight. Julian, Zach, Colin, and Love Dev. Check them out at the Twitter handles. You can catch us again on podcast, on just basically wherever you get your podcasts, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, and we shall see you again, same time next week. Wave, everyone. Thanks, guys.